today. Okay, basically, so let me try to share the screen. So Google Panda is basically a content quality algorithm. It is also a site-wide algorithm. So when the content is really not good, your website is affected. That's very important. Okay. So we are going to see how to recover from Google Panda penalty, or we can call it as Google Panda algorithm hit, Google Panda algorithm. Okay, so basically, if you or your website is affected by a Google Panda algorithm, how do we recover from that is what we are going to see here. Okay, so as I've already stated, okay, this is an algorithm which is directly related to the quality of the content. Okay, so in order to make sure that your website is really good, performing very well on SERP, search engines results page, all you need to have is a unique quality content that adds value to the visitors, or we can even call it as users, people who come to your website. Okay, so when your website will be hit with Google Panda algorithm, when we don't meet the quality guidelines that are created for website visitors. So website visitors will have a set of quality guidelines that they expect. And if our website or the content is not meeting that particular quality guidelines, then we are not going to have a good result. We are going to be penalized by Google Panda algorithm. In simple statement, we can go ahead and see. Okay, so Google content quality guidelines. Okay, so Google has got its own quality guidelines, Webmaster quality guidelines. If you look into, okay, so it has got its own quality guidelines where you can go out and see. Okay, you can see here. This is the official statement from Google. Okay, what are the content quality that we need to have? Okay, I think this is with respect to AdSense. We are not going to look into the AdSense. We are going to look into the Webmaster tool. Okay. Webmaster guidelines. So this Webmaster guidelines clearly states how your content should be. What is the symbol of a quality content? Okay, so they have conditions on basic principles. They want to create content exclusively for the users and not for the search engines. Don't misuse your users or deceive your users. Avoid tricks to cheat your customers. Okay, so if you tell customers about something, give them what they want. That's the best way to build your trust and other stuff. Avoid automatically generated content, participating in link schemes, or like doorway pages, copy and pasting, scraping this content. Let us not deviate from the quality guidelines that Google has laid down. Okay, Google's Webmaster Quality Guideline. Webmaster Quality Guideline. Okay, so we can take some time to go through this article and better understand. Don't worry about it. Whatever the content that is discussed inside this particular article is what being discussing in our sessions also. So it will be easy for you to better understand. Okay. So when we don't follow this, the Google penalty is applied, especially the Panda algorithm is applied when we have a thin content, low quality, no value addition, or a copy paste or a duplicate content is available. Okay, if your website is affected by Google Panda penalty, then how do we recover from that is what we are going to see. So, when a website is affected by Google Panda algorithm, all we need to do is check out all the articles in the website. Okay, check out all the articles in the website and unindex articles. Okay, so number one, okay, create create the list of articles or URL inside your website. Let me say your website has got 300 to 500 articles, and each and every article will have an URL to connect or to visit. Now, each and every URL or each and every page has got a quality guidelines to be followed. Not only the whole website. In earlier times, when we had a content quality guidelines, when Google was in initial stages, lots of people started uploading content just like that, and when a website gets a page rank or a quality guideline, automatically the page rank, whichever the website which has got a highest page rank, was always put in the top positions on ranking or in the SERP, search engines research page. But what happens here, when the quality guidelines started improving one after another, in order to make sure that the right content is delivered to the person in the right method, Google started updating its algorithm and started introducing lots of content quality guidelines. Okay, so those content quality guidelines are earlier applied across the website. For example, if your website has got 2000 pages, it is immaterial of each and every page. If your website is having a page rank, then your website was ranking at the top. Okay, but later when the content quality guidelines were increased to the best level, you know what happened? Each and every page was expected to meet the quality guidelines. Okay, so basically you can create a list of articles or URL inside your website. Okay, number one, after creating the list, okay, identify those websites or identify those URLs that are not performing well, not performing well in SERP. Especially when your content is not shown to Google, which means Google is not preferring your content to show it to people because there is a quality issue basically. If it is having good quality content, Google is supposed to show it to people. Identify those URLs that are not performing well in SERP. How do we identify that? We can identify that by going to Google Search Console. Open the Google Search Console of your property. Okay. Head over to the performance section. Head over to the performance section. Select preferably last 3 months data or 6 months data. Okay, select last 6 months data. Okay, and sort the data based on impressions, which means low to high. Okay, low impression to high impression. Okay, why do we have to sort based on impressions? Okay, because when your content quality is good and there is a demand for your content, whether people come to your website or not, but Google should show your website to people. So you should receive impressions. Whether you are receiving click or not, that is a secondary issue. Receiving a click is directly proportional to your title and the description, but whether your website is shown to people is very important. Okay, in this scenario we have two different scenario here. Okay, within top 10 results, within top 10 positions, if your articles are within top 10 positions in Google and no impression, okay, within top 10 position no impression, again it is a low quality. Okay, low quality. And when you are within top 100 positions and less impression, this is okay to some extent, because in top 10 position you are ranking not only 10, 20, 30 or something like that. If you are ranking and if you are getting very low impression, which means again your content is of not good quality. But if you are ranking somewhere around the 100th position or 80th position, very behind the situation, but still you are getting some impression, it is okay little bit. Okay, what I'm trying to say is the impression should be high when you have your ranking higher. When I say ranking higher, when you are ranking from 1 2 3 4 5 6 position, you should be receiving more impression. Otherwise you should be receiving less impression. Okay, so after doing this, we are going to figure out. Okay, list those URLs. List those URLs having less impressions, which means there are URLs in the last 6 months which is having very less impression, where the content is not being shown to people. So list those URLs having less impression, and what are we supposed to do? Add these URLs. Add these URLs in the robots.txt file. Robots.txt file. Add these URLs in the robots.txt file to unindex. to unindex the URLs. To unindex the URLs. How do we do that? We need to open the robots.txt file in our content management system, add these URL by adding the statement. Okay, follow. Okay, one is like allow, another one is disallow. So we'll be adding the statement like disallow disallow colon followed by the URL, whatever the URL we have. Okay, it can be a specific URL, it can be a domain name, whatever it may be, or it can be a path mentioning a forward slash after a domain name. Okay, so we will be using a disallow command to let search engines know that we do not want to, crawl or index these pages. For example, let me say I go to my website amudakumar.com, and let me select a specific article. This particular article is basically to help you to understand what does this robots.txt file is all about. We have discussed about the robots.txt file at the end of the on-page SEO practices. Okay, so we can have this particular one. It's still loading, so let me try to get. Okay, so if you see here, let me take this particular article. Let me consider this particular article is not having any visitor. Okay, what I'm supposed to do, I will be creating a robots.txt file that is talking about user hyphen agent colon. I'll put as any domain name, any search engine, user hyphen agent asterisk disallow colon the URL, which means this particular URL will be removed from indexing. So what is the concept? What is the concept behind doing this? Let me say my website has, okay, let me say how many URLs I have. I will put a site colon operator, and see I have almost some 18 pages being indexed inside Google. Okay, it says some 18 pages are indexed inside Google. 18 pages. Okay, now we can go out and see the other stuff also. If you take any other website also, you'll be having more number of pages being indexed inside Google. Out of this 18 pages, if you find out which are the content are of low quality, when you remove, let me say in my example I have 18 pages, so 18 pages. Out of these 18 pages, let me say some 3 content are low quality, 3 are low quality. So I will find out those low quality article by going to my Google Search Console tool, and I will add these 3 URLs into the disallow command, so that my website will have only 15 pages indexed inside Google, which means only the quality pages will be indexed and the low quality pages will be removed from Google's index. So what Google will think, okay, 15 articles are indexed and all the 15 articles are of good quality, so automatically my website will have a good performance start happening. Okay, so I am actually eliminating the rotten area of a fruit so that the remaining fruit looks good. Okay, so when I go to a shop and buy 100 kg of rice and the shop owner says only 2 kg of stones are there, what I'm going to do, I'm going to eliminate the 2 kg of stones, and I'm going to sell only 98 kgs to the people. I'm not going to sell 100 kg with the damaged, or low quality product. I'm going to sell it with 98% of good quality by eliminating the low quality. Okay, that's what we have done. So we can go inside, remove all this content whichever is there, and only index the quality content. This is what we need to do. Okay, and once we have the low quality content prepared, okay, what we need to do, okay, make sure create unique high quality content, okay, so create unique high quality content for those low performing articles, low performing articles. Okay, so create a unique high quality content for those low performing articles and repost them on your website. So earlier it was low quality content, so we have observed all the low quality content URL. Now we are sitting down and editing one after another each and every article with a high quality content inside. And once your article becomes a good quality or high quality content, we can remove, okay, after it becomes a quality content, remove the URL from user agent. Okay, remove the URL. Remove the URL from robots.txt file. So once you remove the URL from robots.txt file, it will automatically start crawling and indexing the URL in new. So once you have a new article being, I mean, the new updated article is indexed inside Google, then that becomes a quality article. Now, end of the day, all the 18 pages in your website, all the 18 pages in your website becomes good quality content, not biomes. It becomes good quality content. So this is basic. So we are identifying where are the low quality content are available. We are eliminating those low quality content and letting Google know that we have only quality content. After that, we are going to sit down for each and every article which talks about the low quality content, and we will recreate those articles with the uniqueness and quality stuff enabled, and we remove it from robots.txt file. Then the quality content will be indexed. So this is the whole process. Okay, and let us see how I'm doing this right now. Okay, I am going to my webmaster tool, Google webmaster tool. Okay, I can choose any property of my choice, but preferably amadkumar.com. Okay, what happens, I'm using a different ID here. Okay, webmaster.google.com. Okay, I think I need to sign out from this and to go with the new document. Okay, let me try. So I have added the property in this particular email address. So I have several properties with respect to webmaster tools. Okay, so one is amadkumar.com, and also there are other properties. I have amadkumar.in, blogspot.com, appnull.com, okay, digibuddy.blogspot.com. So there is lots of drhomeo.com is there. Okay, so we can figure out. So I can just take it as a sample as drhomeo.com, who is one of my client. Okay, so who reached out to me when he had some penalty being applied to the account, and I helped him to overcome that. Okay, so I think if I do this, I cannot help you to, you know, edit robots.txt file. So we will use this as a reference, okay, just to check it out. But I will go with amadkumar.com. The reason because amadkumar.com, I have access to the robots.txt file to help you better understand. Okay, so this is the article which I have. So when I go to the performance section, okay, I can see in the last 3 months my articles are shown to 19,000 people, and let me take the data of last 6 months. Okay, so last 6 months data, which means my content were shown to 61,000 people, and out of 61,000 people, 1.5 percentage people came to my website, 947 people, and my average position is at 58.6, which means I'm not that good at top 10, but I'm ranking somewhere around 50 to 100. So 58.6 is my average position which I have. So the metric which I want to check my content quality is the impressions. So when I click on it, it will be selected. When I click on it again, it will be unselected. So impressions. So total impressions is what I'm seeing here, 61,200. Out of the 61,200 impressions I received, I'm going to sort this one with my pages. I'm going to check the pages. Okay, when I check the data of the pages whichever I have, which means the different articles that I have created. Look at my home page, it has received 15,791 impressions. Look at the page search engine optimization and SEO. Look at the page SEO training in Chennai, Google AdSense in Chennai. So these pages have received very good impressions in the last 6 months. I have total of 100 pages here. So let me select with maximum 500 so that all the 100 URLs will be displayed here. Okay, so 1 to 100 of 100 is shown. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort it with the low to high impression. Right now my impressions from are random, 15,000. So I'm going to click on this particular impression button. You can see a small arrow mark here. So you can click on the arrow mark or on the impressions text, which is going to sort it based on high to low. Okay, once I click on this, now you see it is sorted based on high impression to low impression. See, 5,000, 3,000, 2,000, and less than that, 2,000, 1,500. Okay, so less impressions are happening. Now what I will do, I'm going to click on this impression again to figure out what are all the pages which is of low quality. See, I have received one impression, two impression, three impression, okay, on several pages. See, 15 impressions, right, times for a digital marketing course. So somewhere around 89 impressions, 90 impressions, 100 impressions. When my home page is receiving 1,000 plus impressions, okay, if you see, I can look at this one. So 2018, 2019 affiliate marketing course. I will use the benchmark of 200 200 impression as a quality impression for me, because when I look into it, there are lots of articles which are receiving an impression of 194, 203, very low. So what I'm going to do, impressions are little less. All those websites which has got impressions less than 200 are low quality for me, because in last 16 months I have received only 200 impressions, which means like it is not worth showing to other people, and I need to figure out. So I'm going to export the complete document by clicking on this one. Okay, so I can download, or I can download as Google Sheets. Okay, so the complete URL data will be downloaded, and I'm going to take those pages, okay, with impressions, lesser impressions. So the default content is on queries. So let me go to the pages option here. So under the pages option, I can see I have impression also. Now I can apply a sorting rule here. Okay, I can apply a sorting rule, and I can sort the pages based on my requirement. Okay, so I'm going to apply some filters here. Google Documents are a little different than the regular one. Let me see if I can apply a filter. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so create a new filter view. Great. So I have impressions. I can click on this impression to sort it from Z to A. So this is number. I want to sort it from numerical value. Filter by condition. Okay, I don't have a number to sort it out. Okay, impressions 1, 2, 3. Okay. So if you see, there are articles or pages. Let me make it a little longer for better view. Now, why I have received these impressions are very lesser, because see here 1, 2 impressions, and there is a concept called label. Whenever you publish an article in your content, you will be giving some label. I think I want to show you to in the real time. Okay, not only in blogger.com. If you go to WordPress, you'll be using a tag. If you go to YouTube, you'll be using a tag. If you go to your content management system in blogger especially, okay, we will be using something called labels. Okay, these labels are something which marks some keywords about your content. For example, this content is talking about digital marketing course in a particular city. Okay, digital marketing course. Okay, so when I go out and write this particular article, there are label. Okay, let me say I'm selecting a city, Coimbatore here. Okay, digital marketing course in, let me say, Coimbatore. This is what I'm planning for. Okay, in Coimbatore, I'll be modifying this content based on this. Now what will I do? In labels, I will add it as Coimbatore, comma, digital marketing course in Coimbatore. So I'll be adding the terms related to my article. Okay, so these are called labels. Now the beauty is each and every label will create a specific URL, and that URL will be looking like this. If you see amadkumar.com /search /label Avota, which means an article which is talking about Avota Training Institute has a label Avota, so there is a separate label created for Avota. Now that is the biggest problem. Okay, now all those labels which is created here, search and labels, they have always performed lesser. Google has never shown those articles with the search label and all the stuff. If you see all those articles with the search followed by label, search followed by label, search followed by label are not at all shown to people. The impressions are very less. Can you see? Okay, so forward slash search. And this is the reason when you go out and look into my website amudakumar.com and the robots.txt file inside this one. How do we visit it? Forward slash robots.txt and you hit enter and it shows list. And what I've done now, I have disallowed the search results and the search label, which means any article that is coming or displayed with the URL structure amudakumar.com forward slash search or amudakumar.com forward slash search label, I do not want to be indexed inside Google. Disallow those URL. So I have already done that. What I can do, there is an article here which is basically called disallowed. For example, search label Avota. Okay, I told Google that if there is an article which is following this, structure forward slash label forward slash search forward slash label. If this format is followed, I told Google don't index this article inside my website. So this is the label inside my website. Okay, if you look into this one, okay, a label that displays all the articles related to Avata. I have only one article that is related to Avata. If I have a lots of articles, it's going to show me. So the labels will arrange my content based on the keyword that I'm searching. So label Avata. So only one content is labeled with Avata. So now this label is of low quality. Google is not at all showing to other people. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to check whether this content is indexed inside Google or not. I can check it in two ways. Number one, I can go to my webmaster tool here and I can add this particular URL in the inspect URL section and I hit enter. This will tell me whether this URL is indexed inside Google or not. And you can do this only when you own Google Search Console property. Okay, now what does Google say? URL is not on Google, so there is no option to see this URL is not inside Google. Why it is not inside Google? Because it is blocked by robots.txt file, blocked by robots.txt. Why it is blocked by robots.txt? Because this particular structure of content which comes with the search and the label in its URL as always low quality in nature. That's the reason Google did not even show any impression for this. And I have told Google through the robots.txt file that any article that is published with the forward slash search and label in it will be a low quality content always in Google's point of view. So don't index these content. I told Google and other search engines not to allow this content to be indexed. Except this content, other content will be indexed inside Google. Okay, and that is the reason when we go into your URL inspection tool, it says URL is not on Google because it's intentionally blocked by the website admin me. Now there is there is another way of checking it out. What you can do, you can go to Google and start searching about site colon and hit enter. If it is there, it is going to tell you the indexed page. If not, it is not going to tell you. So there is no content indexed. So which means I cannot expect more visitors coming to this article anymore. I removed this one from Google's index. So Google index does not have this article. So I don't need to worry about it. Okay, now Google index does not have this article. Okay, let me go to the performance section. Okay, and let me filter out with only 3 months data. 3 months will be the very reason because 16 months is almost 1.5 year data. Now in this 1.5 year data, before 6 months I would have taken action to remove those low quality article, but because I checked the 16-month data, there will be a low quality article URL also. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take only the last 3-month data, and in the last 3-month data I'm going to take only these impressions, not clicks or average click-through ratio or my average position. I'm going to take only this total impressions, and again I'm going to sort it with the pages. Okay, with these pages, I'm going to sort with impressions from high to low or low to high, low to high. When I say low impression, I see how search engine works. Okay, and this go digitally. Okay, do I need a website for search beginners? So there are articles which are low in quality. Again, so there are some articles still showing, search label online. So I will cross check whether this content are still indexed inside Google or not. That is very important. Okay, so what can I do? I will click on this article to open, or I can even copy this URL, or I can inspect URL. So how search engine works.html, I will click on this to see the inspect URL option, and Google is going to check whether this content is indexed inside Google or not. And Google says URL is not on Google, so there is an error in indexing because this URL is blocked by robots.txt file. Okay, so because it is a low quality content, okay, it is being blocked by robots.txt file. Okay, it is blocked, so failed by robots.txt file, which means it is already blocked by robots.txt. Okay, so low quality content, because my website already has this particular action taken, so low quality content are not shown to people is what we need to understand here. Okay, how search engine works is a low quality content, so this content is not being indexed right now. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to figure out those articles which are indexed but not performing well, basically with the data of impressions from our Google Webmaster tool. Okay, so we can go back and start seeing this data. Still come down. Okay, so there are other articles also, so sort it based on your impressions and take up those low quality articles which is not performing well. So these are several articles. Okay, so you can take this URL, each and every URL. Okay, let me take some 4 URLs here. Okay, let me add these URLs inside my robots.txt file. Okay, so I have this post edit. Okay, let me go to my content management system. In the settings option, okay, when you go to the, let me check robots.txt file, robots.txt file, custom robots.txt. Once you click on this, it will open into the bigger screen. Okay, actually very recently I actually modified this one. So there is a command called disallow, disallow, disallow. So I'm going to add some more disallow. Okay, if you look into this one, user agent asterisk allow colon, which means every content inside your website is allowed to be indexed. But after that, the second condition is anything that is starting with forward slash search after amadkumar.com, that is to be disallowed. Okay, anything that is having a structure amadkumar.com forward slash search forward slash label, that is to be disallowed. Okay, and the search updated max, this is to be disallowed. So I can add a few more URLs as disallow. For example, DISALLOW colon. Okay, what I can go do, I can go to this article of my performance. Let me say there is something called backlink creator. I will copy this URL by clicking on this one, and I will go to my robots.txt file and paste it. Now this particular URL is blocked by robots.txt again. Okay, so like this I will block this URL one after another. Okay, whenever I find a low quality article, I will go ahead and block it like this. Okay, if you want, you can go ahead and check the robots.txt file again. Right now the particular article is not blocked, if you see here, but when I reload this after me adding it, you can see this is being blocked here. Okay, disallow, it is blocked. Okay, now what happens, this article is blocked from robots.txt, so no crawling, no indexing happens. So what are we supposed to do? Go ahead and make this article enriched with quality stuff. There is an article named backlink checker or creator. Okay, backlink creator. Go ahead and enrich this article. See, there is only one line here. So enrich this article with in-depth detailed insights, and once your content becomes good quality content, go to robots.txt file again and remove the disallow file that we have given. Anything you want to index it again, so remove this disallow and this particular article. That's it, we are done. Save it. So we are letting Google know that this particular article is of low quality, so don't index it. So Google will not index this content in the upcoming sessions to come. So in the meantime, we will update the content with good quality and post it in our website or blog. Then go to Google, the robots.txt file, and tell to people, tell to the search engines that this content quality is updated. Hence, I am removing it from disallowing. So this content is allowed to be indexed inside the search engine database. So which can be of good quality. Then Google will start serving your content to people. So basically, recovering your website from Google Panda algorithm is a practice of removing low quality content from your search engine's database. Okay, a website can contain low quality, high quality combination of content because business models differs. There are some scenarios where people have to give only one line answer for people's query, so there is a probability. So if your website has got 1,000 pages, it is not necessary to index all the 1,000 pages inside Google database. It's okay if you index somewhere around 400 to 500, which is of good quality, and you refrain or restrict remaining websites which is of low quality, and continue to restrict those pages which is of low quality, so that with respect to Google, Yahoo, Bing, Yandex, and other search engines point of view, the indexed content, 300 to 400 pages indexed content, is of really good quality. So we really give only quality content to be indexed inside Google. Indexing a content inside a search engine database is under our control. We can use rel equal to no follow tag in your content when you are creating a URL. Rel equal to no follow. That is one way of handling each and every URL separately. When there is a no follow URL found, Google will not index a particular URL. Okay. Now, what happens basically with respect to indexing this content? When the robots.txt file is checked, that robots.txt file also will not allow to crawl and index those pages which is of disallowed. Okay, now only the pages which is allowed will be inside. So end of the day, it is something like this, in several schools, to make people to get better results, what do? If they have 100 students and 20 students are not performing well, they will restrict those 20 students in appearing for the board exams, and they will make only these 80 students to appear, so that all the 80 students will pass and they can showcase 100% result. The same thing happens here. Okay, the same thing happens here. You remove those low quality performing content from Google's index by using either no follow tag on your content, or by adding it to your robots.txt file by disallowing those content. By doing this, the low quality content will not be indexed. If at all, if it is indexed, those low quality content will be removed from the database. So only the quality content will be added or included inside the search engine's database. So basically, this is how we will recover a website from Google Panda algorithm. Okay, rather than writing a low quality content, rather than creating stuff that is of no use, then modifying it later, it is a brilliant idea to write a high quality unique content for your website on a regular basis, so that your website is always healthy and yields very good and better results. Okay,